I'm pretty sure you guys have heard Texans GM Brian Gaine has been fired. When I first heard the news, I was shocked, like in complete disbelief. Like, I was like out of it for like a good hour, and then I finally came back down to earth. Like, it was just such a shocking move. It wasn't a move I was expecting the Texans to make. Like, this is not a move that the Texans ever make. This is not your typical Texans. Bob McNair would have kept Brian Gaine for who knows how long. Cal McNair, he don't care. Like, he showed it. And, I had my own thoughts about Cal McNair already. I thought Cal McNair was different. Why? Because a couple months ago, maybe 3 months ago, Pat D. Stat said in like one of his like articles, or I don't know exactly, one of his tweets, he said that apparently Cal McNair was still pissed about that Eagles loss last year late in the season. And, that's typically something you wouldn't hear from Bob McNair. Bob McNair, I think he didn't really care all that much about winning, but I think it's obvious now that Cal McNair only cares about winning. That's all he cares about. And why this move happened, I honestly have no clue. Ian Rappaport did say that apparently Cal McNair thought Brian Gaine did a good job, but he didn't do a good enough job. So this is simply, not settling for being above average or, good. He wants the Texans to be great, and that's just not typically what the Texans do, honestly. Like I said, Bob McNair would have stuck with Brian Gaine for another good while. And like I said on my video from last week about the Texans having a bright future, and some people were like, oh, Bill O'Brien's still going to stay here no matter what. Is he really? This tells me Bill O'Brien is definitely on the hot seat. I might even say it's Super Bowl or bust for Bill O'Brien. Better win the Super Bowl or you're out. That's the vibes I'm getting from this, dude. Like, Cal McNair showed today that he has some balls and that he wants to win. So maybe he just feels like Brian Gaine didn't do enough to be a Super Bowl winner this year. I don't know, maybe Cal McNair wanted Trent Brown and, Brian Gaine didn't deliver. Another thing that I think it could possibly be is Jadeveon Clowney. Maybe Cal McNair wants Jadeveon Clowney at all costs. Like, he sees Clowney as part of this team in the future, and maybe Brian Gaine can't sign him. So, Cal McNair said, you know what? I'm taking Clowney over you. So he fired Brian Gaine. That's just me speculating, though. So we don't really know the real reason why he did it. Maybe Cal McNair didn't like the draft. Maybe he didn't like the free agent signings. Who knows? But Brian Gaine is gone. He is gone. And I know a good majority of the fan base is probably happy. I have seen some people on Twitter like upset about it, but some people saying trash organization, the Texans. Like, this is a move you want. Cal McNair showed today that he will do whatever it takes to win. So who knows? Maybe some things start changing. Like, maybe the Texans start signing some guys that are, with some off the field issues. Maybe Bill O'Brien gets fired next year if they don't reach the Super Bowl. My only worry is if Cal McNair becomes like too involved with the team. That's when, it becomes a problem. But as long as he wants to win, he wants to build a winner, and he's aggressive, then that's fine. I've seen a lot of Texans fans complain about Bill O'Brien not being aggressive enough, Brian Gaine not being aggressive enough. But you know what? Cal McNair is aggressive. That's what he showed today. Fired the GM. Now, we'll see what's going to happen next. Now, I have my own little theory, and I hope it doesn't come true. And this is the Texans fired Brian Gaine to bring back Rick Smith. I hope this doesn't happen. I said it as a joke on Twitter earlier, but you never know, man. If this happens, then I take back everything what I said about Cal McNair. However, I don't think it's going to happen. It's just like a little conspiracy theory. Now, the names I've heard thrown around, I was hearing Joe Douglas, but the Jets apparently agreed to terms with him already, so that kind of sucks because that's the guy I wanted from Philly. So now there's only two other names that I've heard, and that's Scott Pioli, just recently resigned from being assistant GM for the Falcons. This guy, in the early 2000s, I think it was 2000 till 2008, he was with the Patriots, and I know some people don't want that Patriots connection anymore, so there's that. And the other name I'm hearing thrown around as well is Nick Caserio, which is another guy from the Patriots. So yeah, I don't know who else is out there. I mean, I don't do much research into what GMs are good GMs or who would make a good GM. So I don't know. Those are just the names I've heard thrown around. And if it were up to me, it would have been Joe Douglas. But unfortunately, the Jets took him off our hands. So now we're probably going to be stuck with another New England guy. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys aren't going to like that. But, I mean, like some people say, or everyone says this, it starts from the top. So the top being the owner, and if Cal McNair has high expectations, has an aggressive mentality, that will kind of go all the way down to GM, coaches, players. So maybe the Texans are going to be more aggressive now that Cal McNair has shown that he has the balls to make moves and show that he wants to be great. Cal McNair wants to be great. He doesn't want to just be good. He wants to be great. He wants to bring a championship to Houston. So if you're a Texans fan, even if you like Brian Gaine, I think you should be excited because Cal McNair, you don't care who you are. If you ain't doing your job right, if he thinks you're not doing your job right, he's going to can you. So, yeah. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys for today. Be sure to comment down below your opinion on this Brian Gaine firing. And yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.